Hello, everyone, and welcome to MFS and the Hub. I'm Ross the Boss, and yes, we are live. Waiver Wire, last Waiver Wire baseball of the year, and I'm here with the famous, notorious Casey, flat to the bone, Scheinfeld. Even though Vladimir Guerrero is not playing today, maybe even not even tomorrow, he's out of the lineup. He is injured. We have the second best flat to the bone, Casey Scheinfeld. Casey, say hello.
Hey Ross, how you doing, man? I can't believe we're just about at the end of the fantasy baseball season. It's been a grind. It's been a long season. I'm excited for football, but let's finish up baseball strong.
We'll finish up baseball. We got a lot of great stuff going on. And yes, Kyle Tucker, if you own him, you better bench him for a few games because he's not playing. The Cubs decided, first of all, he didn't run out of ground ball on Sunday. Yesterday, the Cubs home team was booing him. He is not hitting well. I don't think he hit a fly ball in the past 10 days. I don't think he's done anything worth talking about at all. And they're sitting him at a weird time, Casey. They're playing mode. The Brewers are coming to town, and they're going to sit him against the Brewers, arguably maybe their best player. They're not even playing Tucker. What's your thoughts?
They have to have. I don't understand what the move is. Kyle Tucker's clearly their best player. I mean, he's struggling right now, but I mean, this guy's a top, probably 15 player in the league, top 10 player in the league at this point in his career. There's got to be something going on with him that we don't know about for them to bench him against the Brewers, who are at least the last 2 months of the season have been beating the pants off of them in the division. So if they have any shot of making the playoffs or staying in that race for those wild card spots, they need to turn it around, and benching Kyle Tucker in against one of the better teams in the league is poor judgment.
Yeah, I think the Cubs have given up on winning the division. I think they're just
I mean, at this point, are they even? Let me see where they are in the wild card.
I mean, they're 6-7 games out, something like that. I mean, they just stopped hitting, and it is a weird time to bench your best player. But the good news is the Reds won last night, and we are. I say we because I'm a Reds fan.
They have a 4-game lead in the wild card, so they're good.
Yeah, they're good, but still. But I'm excited for the Reds. They beat the Angels last night. They play them again tonight. Hunter Green goes for the Reds, who we all know has the ability to be an ace.
But does he have the health?
I know. But he pitched well. He came back. He pitched well in his first game back. So he pitches tonight against Hendrick. It should be a good matchup. The Reds are, I think they're pretty even. I looked at the odds. It was pretty even when I was looking at the odds recently. But we got yesterday talking about gambling. Listen, I know we're not a gambling network, but I did see the Dodgers were like minus 300 against Colorado yesterday, and Colorado won 4-3.
Nice,
huge upset. Whoever bet that must be a genius. And so I mean, anything's possible in baseball. Baseball is the most unpredictable sport to bet. I mean, it's like you don't know what's going to happen each day. It's just you're spinning the wheel. I mean, that's what's happening. Before we get to waiver wire, unbelievable pitching matchup. Hunter Brown, who you like, against Screwball. Screwball, who's could be the Cy Young winner.
Yeah, Screwball and Skeens are the best pitchers on the planet. I don't think there's much room for argument there. But
you mean Patrick Corbin's not on your list?
He's not. He's not. Now he's a better pitcher than I'll ever be. So I'm not.
That's true. Yeah.
I'm not saying anything bad about the guy, but he's not one of the best in the world right now.
No. Okay, Casey, let's talk about waiver wire. We got how many weeks left? We have about 6 weeks left in the season.
In the regular season, but we only have about 2 weeks left in the fantasy season.
Casey, who are some of the guys that you want to pick up this week?
Well, I mentioned him the last couple weeks, and even when he was coming back from his suspension. And Jurickson Profar has done nothing but rake since he's been put into that lineup. The last 2 weeks, batting over 300, 5 home runs, 4 stolen bases, 15 runs scored, 14 RBIs. I mean, he's the number 2 fantasy player in baseball, and he's still only 60% owned. And right below him, the number 3 is Jacob Marcy, the outfielder from Miami I mentioned last week.
He's
batting 370 in the last 2 weeks with 4 home runs, 6 stolen bases and 16 RBIs. I mean, these guys, we've mentioned them before. That's why I put Lenyn Sosa on the cover today. Lenyn Sosa is the second baseman from the Chicago White Sox. Not a name, Lenyn Sosa, I'm sorry, not a name everybody kind of thinks of off the top of their head, but I mean, he's batting 275 on the season, has 6 home runs in the last 2 weeks, 11 RBIs, like at a position like second base where any positivity is a good thing. You're not, we're at the end of the season. You don't have a lot of money in your waiver wire, but in your waiver wire budget, you're looking to gain a point here, a point there. Somebody who's hot hitting home runs, somebody who's stealing a lot of bags, somebody who's driving in a lot of runs. Those are the ones where you make up the most ground in the least amount of time. And so Lenyn Sosa also to me is one of the must adds on the hitting side.
I think the Braves, talking about Profar, I think the Braves are just going to get kind of hot in September and just play like they should have been playing the whole season. I just have that feeling. And I love, what I love from the Braves right now, and he could be available in some of your leagues, but maybe not, is Michael Harris.
He's 90% owned, but he's the number one player, and in baseball the last 2 weeks. And
yeah, he to me is like, I know he was on the waiver wire like in June and even in July I saw him there, but he's been on fire the past 2 or 3 weeks, and I think he's just been eaten up by everybody, which is good. I mean, I like Michael Harris the second, I think he is, or the third. I think he's the second. Casey, the Tampa Bay team is notorious of bringing up players. I mean, young talent is their middle name in Tampa Bay. There's this first baseman they have that's leading the International League in home runs with 30. He's 26 years old. He's going to be playing for them on Saturday night. I don't know if you're going to fly and watch his debut just because you're a baseball fan, but I never doubt things you do. But Bob Seymour, yeah, that's his name, with a Y, not an A. Bob Seymour will be playing for the Tampa Bay Rays. 0% owned in leagues. He's not even in Yahoo yet. Like, you can't even pick him up if you wanted to. You got to wait till he plays on Saturday night. But the thing about this guy is there's always that little gem that comes up in August that you and I wish we picked up for the playoff run. I just don't know if it's somebody that will do something, but I think it's worth the spin of luck. And Casey, I like this kid, Bob Seymour. It's not really a kid; he's 26, but still, I'm picking him up. I'm gonna use him either utility or names.
Those are the names that people need to hear, especially in dynasty or keeper leagues. It's somebody you can pick up now and maybe have as a potential trade chip or keeper.
My pickup of the week. It's a chance. It's a chance. You're spinning a wheel, but I'd rather have him than, some schlub that's been playing though here hitting like 210. You know what I mean? So Bob Seymour, I think it's a pretty good pickup.
Okay. On the pitching side, there are pitchers who are hot. Recently Jacob Lopez, he just crested 60% owned, but he's been pitching well for the Athletics. You got Cade Smith, the reliever in Cleveland, who has 4 saves and a win in the last 2 weeks and a .45 whip. Like, he's still only 59% owned. I think we're at the time of the year where the bottom half of everybody's league just has fatigue and isn't even trying. So it is a good time to make up a point here and there. Another example is Victor Vodnik, of who Ross mentioned beat the Dodgers yesterday, of Colorado fame. He's a closer, the new 9th inning guy for them. And he's got 4 saves and a win in the last 2 weeks as well, with a ERA under 3 and a whip under 1. So 3 to 4 saves can be the difference between a 6th and a 4th place finish sometimes in these fantasy leagues. And that could be a 3-point swing for you if you pass somebody ahead of you in that category. So getting somebody like Cade Smith or Vodnik, who can give you a bunch of saves, is a way to get a cheap way to climb the standings here at the end of the season.
He sounds like a Russian spy, Victor.
I know. I want to say Vladnik because I feel like the L would make it sound even better.
He sounds like a Russian, like a James Bond.
A James Bond villain. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Somebody else I love this name. I don't know. I never heard this name, the first name before. I heard of Houston, but I never really heard of Hurston with a U. Hurston Waldrep.
Waldrop. Yep.
Waldrep. Not Waltrip like the race car driver, but
That's
Waldrep.
Daryl.
I know. But no relation, obviously. They spell their name way different. But this guy, first 2 starts in Major League Baseball, he's been looking really good. I mean, I have to hand it to Atlanta. They're not using any of their guys that was projected to be in their starting rotation. They're all gone, either hurt or just I don't know where they're at. I mean, Chris Sale's missing in. I mean, all these guys are missing in action. They're just pitching all these scrubs. But Hurston Waldrep, he's pitching great, and I wouldn't mind starting him for his next start. I mean, he's been looking really good, and I'm telling you, Atlanta's they're not gonna make the playoffs, but they'll do one of these playoff runs just to like tease you for next season, like saying we can play ball here. We're a good team. We're ready to roll for next season, but they're not going to make any playoffs. But for starting pitcher, and if you need starters, he's not a bad pickup.
No. And again, like this is our last waiver wire of the season for a reason. Your standings are pretty solid. We're giving you a couple names today that might gain you a point or two in different categories. But for the most part, if you're in contention this year, at this point of the season, congratulations, you had a really good season. And if you win your league, hats off to you. It's a grind to win this league, to win a league this long with this many games. Kudos to you. Well done.
Well done. And a reminder, hockey's starting up. I see drafts are already being made up.
I got an invitation to a hockey draft recently. Of
course, you're the king of hockey. We know it.
I come in last place every year.
We love it. And then basketball, we have that coming up. We got football that's still going on. I'm doing best ball, which I love doing in the beginning of the season, where you can't make any trades. You're stuck with the team you draft. It's always fun to do. So there's a lot of fantasy options after baseball is over with that you can get involved with. And we'll be right there with you. We'll help you with any of your fantasy needs. We're experts when it comes to fantasy sports. Any sport, you name it, we do it. Even cricket. I'm an expert on, no, I'm just kidding. I'm not an expert on cricket. But basketball and hockey, yes. Ask Casey. I'm very good at those.
He's better than I am, and he's very, very good. He always wins.
I'm not even a huge NBA fan, but I still follow it because I enjoy it. Casey, anybody else that you like that you want to pick up?
No, I'm still – I think I named the important ones. You can look at some of the rookies who might get called up. I think Cassie Owens from the Cubs came up last week. I didn't see how he pitched. Sam Basallo for the Orioles might make it up. But no, I think we gave them the names they need this year. This
Casey,
week.
I have a couple of gifts I want to send you.
Okay.
Just because you're a great partner, and it's somebody I enjoyed being with. The first one is a Yankee sticker.
Very nice. I like it.
That?
Yeah, I'll put it on my wall.
Got that for you. And then I have something that you'll cherish, which is, I think, it's a really cool card. It's a baseball card of your favorite player.
Ah, yes. I like him.
Guerrero,
yes, very much.
Card. And this card, it's not your typical card. It's tops, but it's a really sturdy card. You know what I mean? It's really kind of a cool card. It's really thick. You know what I mean? So I have a couple gifts for you for being a great baseball partner this season. So we will be back on Thursday to talk football. And we'll take questions, and people are drafting. And I know you guys have a lot of questions about fantasy football, and we'll have some insight that we've been learning since the preseason. A lot of stuff going on. Brian Robinson, the running back for Washington.
Yeah, now everybody needs to learn who Bill Merrick is. He wants to go by Bill.
I know. He had a good game. He went to University.
Koski Merritt.
He went to University of Arizona, which is my nemesis. But they're shopping Robinson. There's a lot of stuff going on that you got to know before you draft.
Oh, yeah. He's probably Daniel Jones. Yesterday. Daniel Jones was named the starter in Indianapolis, which is good.
They named it.
They named him, which is good news if you own Pittman or Downs or Tyler Warren, because Anthony Richardson, while I think he might be a better fantasy quarterback because of his running, is not a good real quarterback. So his wide receivers don't tend to benefit from him being under center.
Yeah, I know Joe Flacco was named Cleveland starter.
Yeah. And Isaiah Bonds, did you see that? He signed with Cleveland.
Oh,
The
he did.
rookie who didn't get drafted because of the criminal charges. Well, those were all settled out, and Cleveland signed him to a 3-year guaranteed contract. And he might, I mean, by the middle of the season, he could be wide receiver 2 for that offense behind Jerry
No,
Jeudy.
so
Because
again, we're kind of teasing you guys a little bit about fantasy football because you might think you know everything, but you really don't. So that's when we come along and we'll help you guide through players that you should pick and stay away from, or fantasy busts like Ayla De La Cruz, like Casey had last year.
yeah, I know.
I think you were picking him as a bust in football. I don't think you were talking about baseball. I think that's what happened.
Well, right. That sounds right.
And I'll be at the Reds game Monday night. I'm excited. Right behind KC. Listen to me very carefully. This is
I'm
your
listening,
assignment.
bud.
So I'm going to the Reds game against the Dodgers on Monday.
Okay.
My seats, no BS. I'll be wearing a big Reds, hoodie, not hoodie, but a warm-up jacket. So you can't miss. My seats are first row right behind the Reds dugout.
Nice.
So make sure
I'll look for you. I'm going to record the game.
Thank you. Record it. Good. But I'm excited to see the Reds play the Dodgers. It's only once a year they play each other in Dodger Stadium. So I'm excited. I'm going on, I believe, Monday, which is Mookie Betts' ring night, which I don't really care about. But I'll give the ring to a friend of mine. Okay, Case. So we'll see everybody on Thursday at 1 o'clock Pacific, 4 o'clock Eastern.
With Dr. Dan Ratner.
And then we do have our draft on Sunday, which
Sunday night, I think.
Sunday night, 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 o'clock Pacific, and we'll televise that, I believe.
Sounds good.
Sounds good. Okay, thanks for watching, everybody.